Hello, fellow game lovers. Today I'm going to do another Fire Emblem Fates Birthright video, and today I'm going to cover on what's happened so far. Usually, you know how I do like maybe about 5 chapters or about 5 chapters per video, you know, like 1 through 6, 7 through 11, you know, like that. I want to make an exception this time and make this one a bit shorter. This is going to be chapters 12 through, well, no, technically 11 through 14, yeah. There's stuff that happens from 12 that kind of takes place after 11. So without any spoilers, let's begin. So a lot of crap happens, obviously, and one thing I forgot to mention in chapter 7 through 11, I mean, it's not really that relevant. That's why I didn't bother mentioning it, but I'm going to mention it now. So Takumi, your brother on the Hoshiden side of the family, your real family, goes missing. Takumi is the archer. He's the guy with pretty much the only guy in Hoshido, as far as I know, with blue as the main color scheme. Red is a very prominent color in the Hoshido color scheme of the clothing they wear. So your brother, the archer, Takumi, is the only one who has blue, so you're gonna spot him like instantly in my thumbnail. And he goes missing. And before that, you know, with the chapters before that, he doesn't like Korin. He suspects Korin to be a spy and crap like that. And you might be thinking, oh hey, isn't this a spoiler to the plot? Not really. This is actually a very minor, very irrelevant part of the story. That's why I'm bringing it up. Like, this is arguably the worst character development I have ever seen for a character. He hates you, thinks you suck, he doesn't trust you, goes missing, comes back, he's possessed, and he looks all scary and whatever, and he's trying to kill you. You kick his ass. Then he's okay. And now he's your friend. Like, okay. So, that happens, and I guess what they were trying to do was make it because, you know, you go out of your way to try to find Takumi, this guy who hates you, and yet you're still trying to find him, you're still trying to help the family out, and I think that's what makes him like you, but they never really specify. So I guess that's what they were implying, that that's why he likes you, from that point on. So that's Takumi, the character with the crappiest character development ever. And I wanted to mention that because from that point on, he's like your really good friend. And in chapter 12, something super intense happens. You come face to face with your father from the north side of the family, and his army is like drastically outnumbering you, so you have to escape. And this part, like, it should have been easy. It should have been a no-brainer, really easy chapter. You can beat it in a matter of seconds, which I did. But see, here's the thing. At first, I tried to go get this armor, and the game was locked away in a chest. But the army is there, and they will try to kill you if you try to go get that chest. But I wanted to get the damn chest, so I went for it. I got the item, but at the cost of losing another character I really like, Kaze. I guess that's how you pronounce it, I don't know. He is one of the characters you spare in chapter 1, where you find prisoners from Hoshido that are in the Nor Kingdom, and you spare him along with Rinka, and Kaze is dead. So that freaking sucks because I really liked Kaze, and now I can't use him anymore. And It's kind of like that, how that saying goes, you don't know what you got until it's gone, because, you know, I didn't really get to know him. In the My Castle feature, you can only hang out with some of your army members during certain times of the day. Like during the morning, you know, for example, like dawn, you can hang out with Kaze, or I don't know, like in the afternoon, you can hang out with Saizo, or, you know, crap like that. So it changes throughout the day. So I never really got to know him that much. So that sucks. I can no longer have Kaze as part of my unit. And he's dead. So that freaking sucks. And see, you might have thought, oh hey, well, you know, Asper Gaming, why didn't you just reset? I would have. But see, then I got the dragon shield armor, whatever the hell that was. But then Felicia almost dies. So it's like, damn it. I like Felicia too, and since Azura is sort of technically dead, I figured Felicia's gonna be my next best thing. She's gonna be the girl that I want Corrin to hook up with in my playthrough of Fire Emblem Fates. I just thought, you know, it would, you know, kind of make sense because she's been with Corrin for many years. She served, you know, as Corrin's servant, his maid, and, you know, she knows him in a very personal level that pretty much nobody else aside from the Norian family is going to know. Because regardless of how the Hoshidans are his birth family, they did not raise him, the Nor did. So they will know him in a much more personal way than the Hoshidans ever could, you know. So that's why I thought it would make sense for Felicia to then become his girl, his love interest, whatever. That, and I like her. I think she's a, you know, she's a cute character. She's that stereotypical shy, you know, ditzy girl that you see in anime from time to time. She's kind of that character cliche. I like how she at least kicks ass, though. She has a dagger, and you can use it to attack people. I just need to work on upgrading her. Her attack is not that high, so she is kind of a wimpy character. So, that's why I reset. So, Kaze is dead, but because of me finally getting that damn shield, I thought, you know what? It took me so many tries. I did maybe like 5-6 times, and I finally got the shield. So I figured, you know what? I'm gonna save. As much as I do not want to lose Kaze, I'm going to save my progress. But then Felicia died. So then that forced me, like, you know what, I'm going to reset. So then by doing that, I lost the freaking armor. And I thought, you know what, it's not worth it. I'm not going to lose a lot of characters that I like over some damn stupid item. And on top of that, I have almost lost, not almost, well, yeah, I've almost lost a lot of characters because of that, little mistakes like that. That is one thing I've definitely learned about this genre, the tactical role-playing game. It really is like chess in that sense, where everything you do counts, and if you make a mistake, it can, and more than likely in Fire Emblem, will cost a character their life. So you really got to think about who you partner up with who, where you position the characters, whether or not their weapon outclasses the enemy's weapon. If it doesn't, who the character should switch to. So you got to kind of like balance everybody out. Like if you have a ninja and their shuriken is weak against a certain weapon, you got to then switch it with a character whose weapon can outclass the enemy. So you got to really put a lot of thought into even just the beginning aspects of the level where you're really planning out who's going to partner up with who. So yeah, it's a very mentally oriented game. It's not just mashing buttons. You really got to think about what you're doing, you know. So I'm going to cover all the characters I've nearly lost in another video, and I'm going to dedicate a video specifically to that and address a character I'm having a lot of issues with. So moving on from that, you get to then meet another character. He, without spoilers, he's a like animal hybrid, what do you call him? I think in anime, like there's like a term for it, like a neko. No, that's the statue. That's the statue. A neko, I think that's what they're called in anime. You know, like a half human, half animal hybrid, and they usually have the animal portion on their hair. and they have like animal ears. So basically, like Inuyasha, for anyone who's watching this and you happen to like anime, like that. You have animal ears on your hair, and sometimes you have a tail to match the animal hybrid you are mixed with. So you meet an animal hybrid, and he is arguably one of the best characters so far in the game. Like, he has some of the highest stats, highest attack power, highest health. Like, he's one of the best in the game. I really like him. His personality's kind of annoying, but you can tell they're playing off of how he's technically a dog, you know. And one of the tropes, you know, of the dog is, well, not even a trope, it's like a real thing. It's not even a stereotype. Dogs are known for being very friendly and very trusting animals, unless you do something to make them lose that trust, you know, just like how people are. So naturally, they're kind of playing off of that by having the guy be super friendly and super nice and super trusting, you know, like a dog. So it's kind of cute in that regard, but it's still kind of annoying. Like, he takes nothing seriously, and he's, you know, in a war. He decides to partake in the war between Nor and Hoshido because he thinks it'd be fun. Like, seriously? Don't you realize you could die? Like, oh god. But he's a pretty cool character. And with his help, I beat the next level, where you finally get to meet Camilla again. She is naturally pissed that you chose the Hoshido side and betrayed, you know, Nor, and she's very sad at the same time. So this is the first time in the game, really in a long time, you really get to be with the Nor again after your betrayal, and she's okay, but she's not really hard to beat. It's more if you have one person going against her. Like, Corin right now is arguably one of my strongest characters. Caden, spoiler, that's his name. He is arguably a bit stronger than Corin right now for me, but they're pretty even. So I go kick her ass, but see, she starts hurting me. She can damage Corin pretty well. His defense is not the best. So the way I beat her was that I just started having everyone gang up on her. Just have like almost everybody in my unit and my army to start beating the crap out of Camilla. And I kicked her ass, and then I move on to the next part of the level where it's all cutscene, and you finally get reunited with the leader of the Hoshido. You know, the eldest brother of the family. You get reunited with him, and then you find out there is a resistance. There are spoilers. I'm gonna see how I can avoid spoiling it, but yeah, there's a resistance. There are people who hate the Nor, but they are Norians themselves, and they help you out. So that's where I am right now, and I'm on the next level of the game, which I have not beaten yet. It's chapter, I think, like 14, and it's arguably one of the easiest levels I've played. If you just use the Dragon Veins, like, at least 3 times, that's it. You're pretty much done. The Dragon Veins are very, very strong, and they cause like a landslide or something to damage everybody. So basically, the Dragon Veins can make me end this in a matter of like a few seconds. So that's why I'm making this video. It's a very easy chapter. I almost beat it yesterday, so I know that I can do this no problem. So that's why I made this video, because I know, you know, it's going to be easy to do. So it's a really interesting chapter. It feels like I'm getting to that climax. I honestly, unless they throw some other curveball at me, like how they did with Chapter 12, because I thought Chapter 12 was going to be like the big grandstand, the big finale, but it wasn't. And I'm glad it wasn't, because that would suck if it was. So Chapter 13 is not that bad. I'm going to beat that really soon, and then I'll make another video about that. And I'll make a video on the characters I've almost lost. Like, holy crap, that's why I'm gonna dedicate a video to that. It's ridiculous how many people have almost died. Yeah, Fire Emblem, man, like, it's brutal. You will lose so many people if you make even just a slight miscalculation, you position a character a certain place. Like, you can have so many characters die, man. It's really sad, and all the stats you've built up for that character will be gone and crap like that, you know. But I've been having a good time. The story is awesome. It's very cliche, though. Like, Birthright is the goody two shoes goody. We're the good guys hero story. Nor, I'm guessing, will be hopefully a bit more complex and, you know, show the Norse side of the story. And in all honesty, the Norians do not seem that bad. It's really just King Garen that's a dick, and he just hates the Hoshido. And yeah, he has to have a reason, you know what I mean? But your Norian siblings don't seem that bad. It's really just the king who sucks, and, you know, rightfully so, everyone hates him. Your Norian siblings are very hurt by your betrayal. And that's one thing that I noticed about Corrin. Corrin is kind of an oblivious main character. He doesn't really notice certain things. Like in chapter 12, you know, without spoiling anything, he meets another one of his Norian siblings, which he hasn't seen since, like, chapter, I think, 11. No, chapter 7. Chapter 7 is when you choose to side with the Hoshido. Or Nor. Or Revelations, depending on which copy of the game you have. So you haven't seen this since chapter 7, and you see them again, and then freaking Corrin is like, oh, why is she so sad? She used to be so happy, and I'm just sitting here thinking, like, what the hell, Corrin? This should be really, really obvious as to why she is reacting that way. Because you betrayed your family. Sort of. Not really, but sort of. So, yeah, he is kind of oblivious at times, like that. He says kind of stupid things like that at times. And he is just the goody hero boy. He can't do anything wrong. He can't do anything controversial. He's just the goody hero boy that's gonna save the day. At least in Birthright, Corrin does seem very remorseful, and he does show that he does care for the Norse still, and really, it's just King Garen. King Garen is the guy that he has issues with. Everybody else is fine, and you can tell it hurts him a lot that he, you know, betrayed his adopted family. If you can even call it that, because a kidnapping is a kidnapping. You know, that's still a kidnapping. In all honesty, I think it's more King Garen's fault. He's obviously the one who did it. And this is not a spoiler. One of the first ever trailers for Fire Emblem Fates shows King Garen grabbing his hand towards the screen saying, "You're my child now." That's like something that's been established since the first trailer for the game, so not a spoiler. But yeah, the other Norians seem fine, and you can tell that Corrin's very upset because of that. Oh, and unlike most goody hero boys, he will kick your ass. There is a character you meet at one point, and he tries to kill you. Corrin, being the goody hero boy he is, spares him. Even though the guy tries to kill you, he spares his life. And the guy who tries to kill you then joins your party. Sort of. He's cutscene only. You don't really get to play as him or anything. But anyway, he also betrays you again, and then Corrin gets upset when King Garen kills the guy, and I'm like, the guy betrayed you, and you're upset. Like, why? Yeah, Corrin is just too nice. He's too nice. It's kind of annoying. But what can you do? That is just a stereotype that is done in a lot of anime where the hero's a goody little boy, and he's just so nice, and everyone likes him, you know. So I do like he at least will kick your ass. Like, he flat out threatens the guy and says that he will let his sister Hinoka kill him if he, you know, does anything suspicious. And ironically, that went to waste. Like, he could have had the guy not betray him, you know, and just kill the guy, but nope, had to be so nice. So yeah, current chapter is us going up to some people. I can kill them with 3 dragon veins, super easy, and I will then make another video. about how I've almost lost a lot of people if it wasn't for the freaking reset button, or not even a reset button, the freaking home button on the 3DS. I would have a lot of people be dead. And in that video, I'm also going to address certain issues I am having with a character from the Hoshido family. So this is Jasper Gaming going away. I hope you all like this video, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.